having my back support. Okay. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Since you just pop in and out, help me to remember to thumbs up the video, please. Thank you. It would be nice if you stay. I don't know what that person is. This is my logo thing. I need to work on it, isn't it? Please give the okay. It starts from here. Let me use my second phone to see what it looks like. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Good. Should I call it evening or afternoon? It's afternoon at the moment, though. So it's good afternoon, everyone. Please do well to make yourself visible for me so I can acknowledge you. Let me keep my iPad here. I hope I won't be able to see the comment then. Okay, I can see a few people are obviously doing their lives as well. Where's my video? Good afternoon, Amy. Hope you're doing well. Amy, you see my own matter for you. I'll discuss it later. The last time I checked your delicious one, I think it's the Riyadh that you usually go to most times. Hello, let me quickly use your lip gloss. Where's mirror? Oh God, I don't know. Let me use it. Nivea lip gloss. Good afternoon, B Joy. Is the program just starting? Yes, I am just starting. Are you busy or do you want to come back or whichever one? It's showing 20 minutes, 20 hours ago. No, maybe that was when I set it up. I did set it up yesterday. Um, but it's just starting just few minutes. I program it for 3:30 and I think I'm 2 or 3 minutes late. You're welcome, B Joy. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining. Thank you, thank you. Um, I will drop my link and I will let us get on discussing. I don't know if Amy is busy somewhere else or Nicole Tot. You're welcome as well. Thank you for joining. Thank you. So I've got a couple of things I like us to discuss today. We had the live program last week. It has to do with the lady pastor that was encouraging the single or people that are searching for a life partner to use to go and get their to go and get a wig. Like I said, I used to listen to the lady woman's preaching, but the one she did last wasn't on point. I said I don't know if she's going to re- retrace what she has said on a Sunday service. I don't know, but the video was trending, so we did discuss about it last week, Saturday, and we discussed few things about mother-in-laws. And the video had obviously got me a lot of I got about 10 emails. Sorry there. I got about 10 emails, but I will share two of it here, and we're going to use that just to discuss about mother-in-law issue, where and also natural hair. And there are a couple of would I say bloggers or content creator influencers that I've been to, and I saw similar things about mother-in-law. So that brought the topic up to say mother-in-law in marriage, their worries, their actions, and all that. And I will also be discussing when you have a critical condition where you have to choose between your parents, let's say your dad or your husband, who would you like to go for? Those are the topic we would like to share today. So let's get started. I will share the link in case anyone wants to co-host with me. I would love that. I also have my super. I can't remember even turning on the advert, but I think I might go there now and do that. And I have my tax super chat, super thanks button on. You can super thanks the video. I will appreciate that. Thank you. Um, Chief Storm, you're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Okay. I don't know why I lighted the message up to be joy. Fine. Sorry, I haven't been consistent here. The same thing I was telling Amy that the last time I checked out this thing, but I was away for a few weeks though. When I say away, um, I was doing a work review, so I didn't really come online to on Grace Corner. So yeah. So like I said, that got us some topics. I will share two of the email I got. Let me copy and send it. And it has to do with mother-in-laws. When we share it, I think it will help us to know how to dive into the matter. Um, Sorry, I'm trying to get the why is it not coming up? Sam, can you go upstairs? You can watch TV upstairs. Yeah, thank you. Good boy. Mm, okay, just to be sure I got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. And this one is this one. Um, thank you. Take your time. You're looking good. Thank you. And delicious Amy. And you're welcome, AA. I don't know if it's a big enough. I tried to pick the whole message, the whole email at once, so I don't have to cut it and start joining them together. I hope is you guys will be able to see it. Amy, you're welcome. Good afternoon. I hope it's not
I
my
hope it's not my. Good afternoon, host.
Amy.
Greetings, everyone.
I don't know.
Can you hear me?
Can you guys hear
Can you
me?
guys hear me?
Oh my
Yes, we can hear you. Can you
God.
hear me?
Um
Um,
Me that actually
me
was
that
doing the
actually
same
was
thing
doing the
on
same thing on host, can you
Facebook.
hear me?
Yes, you can hear me. Thank you. Um, Amy, I can't hear you. You're muted. Okay, yeah, you're
Okay,
muted.
yeah,
You're
can you
welcome.
hear
You're
me?
welcome.
You're welcome. Can you hear me?
I think you're saying
I think you're
something, but
saying something, but
you can't hear.
we can't
Is
hear.
it me?
Can you hear me now?
Okay. So good
Okay.
afternoon,
So good
everyone.
afternoon,
I'll try and
everyone.
recap
I'll try and
again. We
recap.
had the live stream, yes, last week Saturday. we and one of the topic was about the lady pastor, female pastor, that was talking about the natural hair, and she's trying to encourage the single to try and get a wig or wave on. Is it fixing they call it, so that and also so they can also attract their men. Some of our messages wasn't it didn't set up with us, and I got some emails, and we also spoken talk about mother-in-laws and a few things about them. So the email I got, I thought I would share two of it. One actually said I should share, and I saw some as well on other place where people are also discussing mother-in-law. That's why I'm bringing the topic back. So hope you understand it right now. And with the story we have on the screen, if it's too small, I might have to repaste so that you can read what is here. You're welcome. I don't know where I stopped. Gores, you're re-echoing. I don't know why. Um, why am I
Host, can you hear
re-echoing?
me well? Host, can you hear
Um,
me?
Viewers can hear. Let me just take this off for now. Viewers can hear you, but it's like the host can't hear you. Are you talking about Amy? Because is it Amy or Amy? I call her Amy. But I can't hear her. But can you guys hear me, please? Can you hear what I'm saying? I've tried to recount why the topic we're discussing today, and you're welcome, Sister Anita, Sister Ngozi, Yemsi Variety. You're welcome. Thanks for joining. Thank you. Yeah. Uh, Amy, you're welcome again.
Can
Can
you
you
hear
hear
me
me?
now?
Thank you. You can hear me. You're welcome. I mean, we can't hear you. I don't know if the viewers can hear you. Amy, I cannot hear you here.
Wow. Can you hear me now?
She said, Amy is talking and we can hear her perfectly. Only you can hear her and I cannot hear her. Um, 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 um. I'm trying to see where would the problem be. Let me turn on my let me see if I can actually hear myself. Okay. Can you hear me now, please?
I
We
can hear
can
you,
hear
but can
you.
you
I
hear me
don't even know
now?
who you can hear. Can you hear me or you can hear the
I
co-host?
can hear you, but it's like you cannot hear me.
I cannot hear you, Amy. I don't know why. And can someone else try to join? Let me see if the mistake is from my end. Maybe I have to go off and come back.
No, 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 no need to go
No,
off. Let me
no,
just
no, no.
go and stay in the
You
comment
can
section.
actually hear, and I cannot hear her. Um, and this is our second or third attempt. Amy is talking and we can hear her perfectly. Only you, we can't. Okay, so can you guys hear me now? I'm so sorry about this. The devil is a liar. Okay, Chisom. Good afternoon, Chisom. I think definitely it's from me. I can't hear anything. Yes, we can hear you.
I'm
Ami,
here.
you can
How
hear
are
me,
you?
but I cannot hear
Good
you. Anybody, I can't hear. I didn't mute it. It's not on the.
morning.
This is. Hello.
Yeah, good morning, Lawrence. How are you today?
Oh God. I think I muted it on my. Oh God. Good afternoon. Good morning. Good evening. Wherever you're.
Okay, but we've been hearing you, only that you couldn't hear Amy.
Oh, okay. Now I get it. Good afternoon. Thank you.
Good
Thank you for
afternoon. So I
joining.
got in probably Amy from her end. I don't know why you can't hear her, but we have been hearing her and she has been trying to be on.
Yeah,
Now
she's
she
come on like
says
three
she's
or
going
four.
back to the comment section.
Okay.
Maybe she
Um,
can come back later.
you can come back in Amy. Thank you.
So
So
can
should
you
we
hear me
proceed?
perfectly?
I can hear you. Thank you. Thanks for helping out.
And it's no more re-echoing.
No, no,
Great.
thank you.
Great.
Thank you. So then it's from me. You can try again once more because now I can hear what she's saying. I think maybe I muted my laptop. Okay, so I will put this on the first email. I was saying I don't know if you guys can read it. It's a bit small for me though, but you guys watching from the other side, I can read that from my phone. So this is someone telling us that where's my photo? I said my photo, my email. Um I don't know. Can I proceed? Please come back. Amy, please come back like they say. Oh, Miss Two, I want you to come back. I forgot to turn on my Facebook since I'm on live there. Um, should I proceed? I'm not sure if I'm hearing anyone, but I'll talk. I'll continue to talk. And is the background host busy doing something? Um, I've actually gotten this thing. Hello, Amy. Can you hear
Hello,
me?
can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear
Yes.
you.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon,
Yes,
host. Greetings, everyone.
good
You are
afternoon.
welcome to the program. So, can we give our contributions, or should we wait for you to, fully introduce it?
Um,
Um,
we
we
can.
can.
I don't know why
I don't know why
everybody is
everybody is
okay.
okay.
I think
I think
let me
let me
close this.
close this.
What about
What about
this?
this?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you perfectly well.
It's echoing.
The
I don't know
re-echoing,
what.
when we are not
When we are
talking,
not
let's
talking,
mute.
let's mute.
I'm muting
I'm
myself.
muting myself. Okay, let me mute.
Now, if I talk, it's still re-echoing. Is
No,
it?
it's perfect. Nobody is re-echoing now. So if one person is talking, the other people
No.
should mute.
Now, wow. Okay, then. So, what I put on the screen, I need us to talk about it. One of them was sharing testimony about what she went through, and the other one was testifying to the hair thing. So she actually, I think she was the one who asked me to share. So I thought I said I would honor her that at least for her to watch and drop me an email. And I don't need to read everything out, but if you want me to read it, you can let me know. But I know you can see that on the screen. So, what are your thoughts on this? I've got two, and there are other things I want us to talk about on mother-in-laws, what is going on right now, and why they are, some of them are actually so, why they are reacting to their daughters-in-law this way. If anyone wants to speak, it's fine now. I'll just try and add to the email.
Okay. Let me quickly say something briefly on the hair one. But for the mother-in-law one, I think you have to explain more because I was not in that live stream. But let me
Okay.
just talk on the hair one. See, you see, in this world that we are in, once someone just calls he or herself a religious leader, they immediately have an opinion, even when they don't even know what they are talking about. You see someone that has never been married will come out because you say you're a pastor, you're advising single people. What do you know about marriage? The lady talking about single women, this thing, always should always fix wigs, now who natural help. Some men don't like this wig thing. That is
Mm.
just it. Some men don't like it. Like me now, whenever I do these natural hairstyles, you see how my husband will just be complimenting me. But when I go and fix these weave-ons that I know how much I bought, he'll be complaining that he doesn't like it. One of the things that made him when he saw me before we even got married was, my simplicity. I'm someone that does a lot of natural hair. He likes this natural hair, natural design. So that kind of a man now, you now tell him that who natural hair help? No. What works for you might not work for the other person. Me, I would just advise women to be themselves. If you're more comfortable in your natural hair, maintain it well, let it look good, let it look very like someone like Chiamanda. When you see her natural hair, you want to do natural hair. Don't say because you're doing natural hair you look like someone that the world is on top of their head. No, let your natural hair look good, let it look nice. If you decide that, okay, I'm more comfortable in fixing wigs or fixing weave-ons, let the weave-ons be nice, let them be good. I'm more keen on being comfortable in your skin. If you be more comfortable in natural hair, go for it. A man that will like you with that natural hair will come. If you're more comfortable with fixing your hair, a man that likes you for fixing your hair will come. It's not by who natural hair help. I think
Mm.
our society should focus more on teaching women on how to make money and not this talk that we always talking. When it comes to marriage, we're only teaching women how to be a good wife, how to do still teach women how to be independent financially in their homes. Teach women how to have multiple streams of income even when married. It's very annoying when you go online, all they are teaching women is do this or do that one. Nobody teaching women how to make money, how
Yeah.
to do bigger jobs. Look at the tech industry. It has more of men in it. And right
Mm.
now, if you're a tech person, you know how much these tech guys earn. Teach women how to go into tech. Which one is natural hair? That's why I always say it's not by somebody is a pastor or is a this or is a that. What is inside the person's head? Many of these people don't even have a broad knowledge of what they are talking about. You're a pastor does not mean you can talk on marriage. It does not mean you can talk on finance. You see someone
Mm-hmm.
that has never been married before advising married people. What do you know about marriage? Someone that has never handled a business before or a 9 to 5 is teaching people about finance. What do you know about finance? So that's just what I think. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Like you said, they are not talking about hard working, that how they can empower the women to also be hardworking, work and also assist if you want, if you can. Some men are obviously struggling out there. If they know that their partner are also earning, it will ease off some of the struggles out there. And from what we have on the screen, the lady too was testifying to how she met, how she and her husband met. When she mentioned Shadi Adu, it takes me, it kind of make me back, go back to, when, I hope you guys know what they call Shadi Adu then. Some, like what she meant by Shadi Adu. There was this hair that they used to weave it back. I think that's what she's talking about. And they will put some extension to it. It makes you look very natural. So from our own experience, she sees that her husband prefer her in her own natural hair, or when she does the maybe twist braid, not the wig thing. And she said initially she thought it was the money for it, but it's just something that the man don't like. So that's why I thought I should share that it's not, if you're using wig, we're not bringing anyone down. It's not because I have low cuts, but I just have to bring this out. Then the Chisom, do you want to say something before I move to another one so that we don't take too much of time? Where is it? Chisom, can you hear me?
Yeah, perfectly.
Good afternoon
Well
once
said.
again.
I highly appreciate the last speaker. I quickly want to add something to that. Most times, these men of God or women of God might not be married, but they are called into the ministry. I keep telling people that it's not my business who called them or where they get their inspiration from. I will listen to whom I want to listen to. I will take what I want to take. Sometimes they might not say it right, but that does not question, you know, who call or whose anointing they are walking upon. Some of them that are not married are highly inspirational. They chew their words before they speak.
Come on, poop
While
it.
some don't really chew, they drop words without knowing that in these days of social media, anything can drag you out. The lady in question, which probably is a pastor's wife or a pastor herself,
She is
might
a
be
pastor
married.
herself.
I don't know. She went off key. That was a blunder. And I believe by now she must have been planning on how to come back to social media to address this because what she said is completely unacceptable. But being married or married, trying to address the other speaker, might not be what gives them inspiration. Some of them might not be married, but they are real marriage coaches, they are real inspirational people. So, that being said, that lady is definitely gonna come back to address this.
Yeah. I'm expecting her to. I've been to her page like twice, even this morning. I think she traveled to Ghana for some programs, and I'm wondering maybe she's going to talk about it. So, like I said, some people,
Host,
yeah,
let me quickly add something to what our sister said. Why I said you're not married and you're always talking about marriage. Why did I say that? I said that because most of the times they always say experience is the best teacher. For example, Gorex, I'm always giving advice on YouTube growth, how to grow my YouTube channel, but I'm not even monetized. I've not even been able to get 100 views on
mm,
YouTube. And I'm always talking about how to go viral. You get me? If what I'm saying works, why have I not used it on myself?
why is it not working
Or,
for? Where can we see it here? I know what you mean.
or for example, I'm always talking about, how women are lazy after childbearing. Once they just have children, the next thing they will just be adding weight and be looking ugly. Whereas I'm not even married. I have not even walked through that shoe before to now come out and talk about it. So most times before I advocate for people to talk about some certain sensitive things, I always say walk through that shoe first. So that when you're talking about it from a place of knowledge and experience. I'm not saying, oh, if you're not married, don't talk about marriage. But if you're still talking about the marriage, you guys, you go to talk am. You understand what I mean? Not
Mm,
like you talking it with your full chest, like you know you have been there. That's just what I meant. Thank you.
you're welcome. Thank you as well. And I'm sure she is this you we're all on the same
Okay.
page.
Thank you for the clarification.
We're all on the same page, I guess. So some would I say pastor's wife or lady people once whenever you there on pulpit or take the mic, I understand why some people will pray that that the spirit should lead them so that they don't talk out of flesh, and I don't know if she has those things in jotter because some of them they will jot some points, but maybe when she was just trying to elaborate on something, she moved to what kind of draw people's hair. Because when it comes to being in front of audience, addressing people, sometimes you want to spice it up and make people kind of more concentrate more, and find it more. Would I say listenable? I don't know if that English works. So maybe that was how she started going off. Maybe she has had a word with discuss with God. God forgive me. Behind the closed door, we don't know. But since we have a message here by someone testifying to how some men love their hair, and natural hair. Some men don't like the wig. It's not because of the price. Some can afford it very well, but they don't just fancy it. So that's it. And the second one, I'm going to put that on the screen now. Then we're going to move to why we're talking about mother-in-laws thing. Okay, let me switch. I hope you can see that. I'll try to read this out. Um, I hope you can hear me, guys.
Yes,
This
we can
person,
hear you.
okay, that's fine. Thank you. This person said, my mother-in-law was a serious pain until my husband cut her off his life. I am the one making an effort to check up on her. And did you go off earlier? Add to stage. Okay, you're back to stage now. Check up on her. My mother-in-law wanted the progress of her favorite child and used my husband. She sent a voice note to my husband thinking it was her favorite child, but discussing my husband in a bad way, wishing my husband is the one going through what our fave is going through. Our fave is the favorite. When my husband listened to the voice note, he made up his mind to stay off and he started reasoning how his mom always complained about me and the children. My husband is the second born. The first child is doing well at all. I think she meant is not doing well at all, and they're still waiting to have children. So mother-in-laws can be where am I? So mother-in-law can be what you didn't bargain for, even if you treat them well, and even beg them to love you. She ridiculed me at any time and calls me names. She calls me a nobody child and insult my parents, which I couldn't tell them. And all this is in the presence of my children. My children fears her. They don't want her around. She won't even tell us she's coming and won't tell us how long going to stay. Some mother-in-law deserve what they are getting from the razor mouth wife. That's my story, man. The one that got me like was the razor mouth wife. I thought, wow. So I hope you can see that and you can read that as well as I read it out. She was giving her own um side of the story of how some mother-in-law can be a pain, you know, and even when you try to give your best I watch some videos. I also see some people that I'm close to. Some people will tell me what their parents-in-law, their mother-in-law are doing. Some we can see it. They are not, some mother-in-laws don't hide it. They don't have, they will show you, you will see it that they're not giving a damn. Whatever you like, some will even show it to the children could tell. They'll be a bit too hard, too harsh on the children. So you imagine that most times when mother-in-laws or mothers are grandma around, the children always run to mothers because they know they will get away with things. But when your children are running away from grandma, that means the grandma has not softened. I don't know if you get what I mean. You're welcome, Sister Uju. So that's why I said, okay, what's wrong with what's happening? I think the story of mother-in-laws, we grew up with it. We entered the same. Then right now, I felt most of them should be, would I say, coming down, because they know the wives of nowadays, some of them, they don't care. It will get to a state that they will just ignore you or just give it back to you. And if you're abroad, they know they really don't have much power. But some does still, they still try their luck with their mother-in-law. Some don't. If they don't like their mother-in-law, there's nothing you can do about. I mean, if their mother-in-law doesn't like them, there's nothing they can do. As at that time, they will just continue to just reason your matter. You smile, they complain. You watch TV, they'll say you're lazy. If you cook too much, they will say, oh, all you know is how to cook and spend their children's money. You dress well, complain. You're spending any money you spend is their own children money. Even if they know that their children were actually being boosted off from you, they will still turn the narrative around. Some will even say you're using son's um their son's destiny. So what are your take on this? I'm gonna share the one I saw on Pastor Shola's page. I saw that this morning. That was I said this morning, yesterday morning. That's why I actually put the confession there. If you can hear me, if you would like to contribute to what I just the one on the screen, I'll just drop the one I saw on Pastor Shola's page. You guys can talk.
Okay, Mamuju, welcome to the program. For this mother-in-law talking, I don't know how true this statistics is. Oh, they said they said mother-in-laws that give issues like this, that most of them are those ones that don't have peace in their homes, or the husband is not around. I was in a platform where they said something like this, that a woman that has peace in her home, is in good terms with the husband, will not have time to be plotting among children, and will not have
The busy one.
I will not have time to, be gossiping A, gossiping B. That when the woman is happy in her home, she has something doing, that she will not even remember that A did like this, B did like this. That when you want to get married, that don't marry, I do mother-in-law.
It's true too. It's
That
not
don't,
another point.
yes, that don't marry into a family that the mother is not happy in her marriage, or is either just staying in the marriage for staying sake and does not have anything doing, that all her time and energy that she'll be using it on the children.
On the children.
Like, if your mother-in-law is a very busy person, she has a happy home, she's happy with the husband, and she will not have your time. That, for example, if she comes for mugo and she knows that she has a happy home, she will be rushing to go back to her husband to go and
Yeah.
collect now. But the one that the home is not happy, now management dey manage am, she will not want to go back home now, she will stay.
True.
Well, for the mother-in-law issue, I don't know what happened to some mothers when it comes to this mother-in-law stage. Like you will see your mother being a nice person while growing up, but you will now notice that, when you get married, you'll be seeing how your mother will be treating your brother's wife, and you'll be like, is this the woman I've known all my life? Or
Thank
was
you.
she just or was she just pretending? So I don't know what happened to women at this stage. Especially those that why the thing even pains me is those that had good mother-in-laws that didn't give them issue. It's not as if you had a bad mother-in-law, then you grow up and you understand your children are married and you don't want them to have peace in their home. I don't really know what causes this thing among women or some women, but it's a big issue that needs to be, spoken about. I feel that a mother has her own role or her own place in her son's life, and the wife have her own role and her own place in the husband's life. I think where this issue used to come from is when we start to say things like, oh, when I get married, my wife comes first. A wise man will not say that. You know why? You don't need to say it. It is a certainty. Or things like, oh, now that I'm married, my mother comes second. You don't need to say things like that. And I think when men say things like this in front of their mothers, it kind of triggers them, the women. Because the woman is like, na me born you, na me do this one, na me do that one. You just met a girl yesterday, and the next thing, you are now replacing me. So women don't want to adjust to the fact that they have been replaced. So they'll now be transferring all that aggression to the wife, sometimes knowingly, sometimes unknowingly. So what
Mm.
I used to say is that the role your mom play in your husband's life, allow her play it with her full chest, allow her enjoy it, because she will not be there forever. If she stays 70 years, thank God for her. And also for the mother, the role your wife is playing in your son's life, allow her play it. When you go, she will be the one that will continue from where you stop. That's just it. When we stop saying things like, oh, when I get married, my wife comes first, I think all these things will stop triggering our mothers. Even when you are married, your mother has a role that she's playing in your life. It's not because you're not married, your mother's role has finished. No, everybody has their own place. There are some parts you want to do, you will run to your mom. There are some parts you want to do, you run to your wife. That's just what I think. Mothers are just like that person said, mothers are naturally protective of their sons and there must be a
Yeah.
balance. Exactly what I'm trying to say. When a wife comes in and she wants to kick the boy's mother off, you are looking for problem. And when the mother comes in and want to kick the son's wife off, then you are looking for problem. Everybody, it's just like Maggie. Maggie has its own place in the food. Salt, will you now say because Maggie has salt, you will not put salt in your food? No. Or will you say because salt have Maggie, you will not put salt in your food? No. Salt has its own place in the food. Maggie has its own place. When salt understand that I cannot do without Maggie, there will be no problem. And when Maggie understand that I cannot do without salt, there will be no problem. The two of them will now come to a balance. And you put salt, you put Maggie, everybody is happy. That's just how I see it. Thank you.
Thank you. In moderation, that's what you're. They should just do things in moderation. I do agree with the fact that they shouldn't be flaunting who I would I say love more. Why some people will say no one can take my mother's place. I think
Thank
there should
you.
be a
Thank
statement
you.
of
That's the
saying
word.
that
That's the
nowhere
word.
to say that because it could spice your wife up. You don't know what your mother is doing to your wife when you're not there. You don't know how cordial they are when you are not there. The same way with the wife saying, "Oh, nobody can take my father's place or my mother's place." I think they should know where to say this thing and don't overemphasize it in their presence because they could use
Host,
that
please
against them.
put Musisi on stage. Musisi is backstage.
Oh, he keeps saying I'm backstage. I'm so sorry. I just thought he's telling me that he's busy. I'm sorry. This guy never seen all these things. Sorry. Thank you, Ami. I'm sorry, Musisi, you're welcome. I keep highlighting the thing. I thought you meant your Muslim. Sorry about that. I actually thought you can come in
Thank you.
yourself. You're welcome. Thank you. You want to say something before I share the next one?
Okay.
Right.
Now,
Okay.
I'll talk
Oh, okay.
about other two topics. First, the first one you uploaded, I was doing my live stream alongside. I was trying to read what you had tried to share on the screen.
Okay, I can
Uh
bring that on.
no. I already passed through it. I passed through it. I was on my live stream while trying to read what was on your screen in your live stream. Yes, I was multitasking. Uh-huh. Then, first, any lady out there, if you find Musisi, okay, always using a saucepan to eat lunch, even breakfast, even supper, when I'm using a saucepan, you tell me, please, Musisi, I want you to see you eating using a saucepan again, okay?
1 minute, Musisi.
This comes back to the person. If you have been wearing wigs, okay,
Wait,
if you have
hold
any kind of nature of your wig you're wearing, what type of hair you like, and I'm like, honey, please, may you try to change, maybe wear the wigs when we are somewhere on the party, but when we are home, take them off. If you join someone, bear with someone in life, okay? Must you stop eating from the saucepan? My wife, my dear husband, my dear lady, please stop wearing a wig here and there. That's what I try to pick. Yeah, that is it, my dear. If you found me when I'm still single, when you found me, when you came to my life and you found me, Musisi eating in a saucepan, you will say, Musisi, stop eating in the saucepan. Use a plate, okay? Use a plate. If you don't have plates in the house, I'll buy you plates, okay? Yes, like you're changing my life. You found the Musisi who is eating in a saucepan, and I decided to bear with your condition. Now, also bear with my condition too. I don't like that hairstyle. Not like I'm trying to force you to, but we are just trying to be as one, okay, in the environment. Let me first lock this door. Students are making noise from outside. Okay,
on.
now,
Okay.
now
Hold
this
on,
current one,
Musisi.
because
Musisi, hold
I tried
on.
to, yes.
1 minute, Musisi. Ngozi Creativity, if you can hear me, I've got a message on the screen. I'm going to add you on, but I don't know if you've gotten the message as well. It says you're on Android, which has a bug that causes echo, and they said Google is working to fix it. So for now, ask your guest. He said I should ask you to wear earphone to avoid echoing. I'll use a different browser. I don't know if you got the message at your end.
Yeah, I got that message. Yes, I got that message too. And what I did was to my on my side to fix such a problem was to
That's why it's
okay was
echoing.
to use the a second browser, which is Samsung. Let me try to use it. Let me try to use my. I decided to swap with. Now, can you hear me? Do you have echo?
No, it was Ngozi that was. It says but I
I
can
don't know
hear
if you
you.
can hear me. I'm here. Can you hear
Yeah, I
me?
can hear you now.
Yes.
Okay, okay, okay. I'm listening. I'm listening to Musisi. Yeah.
All right. Now I'll start out. That was the people. I don't know whether it's still giving you echo. I've removed my headset. That was the first thing. That's the first topic I tried to read through on the screen. The second topic. Colleagues, if you want to bring up your yes, they are already now grown ups at home. If anyone out there who has a kid and you want a better life for the kid, this is how you have been raised, bring up your kids. Let me take an assumption that Golix, you're my mom and I'm your son. If you want Musi to live a better life in this world, you tell me, you know what, Musi, today you'll wash the plates and cups before you watch TV. Okay, put that condition, not because you don't want Musi to have maybe Musi is being harassed. No, you want Musi to grow up to know that it's someone who is in a house can really be able to clean up. Okay, you clean up the intentions, or you can cook. Today, what you say, or every on Saturday when you back from school, you always cook for us breakfast, or you'll cook for us supper. And the kind of food you'll cook, let me talk about African food. You peel for us sweet bananas, or you peel for us sweet potatoes. Not that you don't know that Musi can buy food somewhere, but you want Musi to grow up when Musi knows how to cook food, okay? Just in case he's somewhere and he has no wife yet, you can cook for yourself. Now, back to the second topic. I am just bringing examples so that I can let them to those topics. If
Let AA catch you.
are you a mother-in-law? No, my dear AA, I'm not a mother-in-law at all. Show your own wig. I don't have a wig. I have a bald head. Uh-huh. Now,
Hello, yo
a
yo.
mother,
Hello. Sorry, let me just quickly say hello to. I know what someone came from your channel, Lauren
that
Evans
is,
channel. You're
yeah, that is
welcome.
Louis. That is Louis
Yeah,
Evans' channel.
Louis, you're welcome. Thanks for joining. Oyoyo, you're welcome as well. Yemsi, I think I've said hello. Sister Uju, you're welcome as well. Um, Oni, I don't know if you're still here. You're welcome. Thanks for joining. Please remember to give the video a thumbs up, and you can super thanks me, please. I need it. Thank you. Okay, Sisi, you can go ahead now.
Thank you. Uh-huh. If mother-in-law you want your son to have a better life, give him space so that at least the son of yours can be a grown up. If you continue to do that, you're showing us that even when you are still with your son, you couldn't allow him to do anything at home. Is the kind of a son who could put legs in a cup and throw them to you, mommy, I'm done taking tea. And you're like, "Yeah, that is my boy." Okay? If you're the kind of person who always visits your son's house and you do not want to quit, even you don't allow someone that I'm coming to your place, implying fast. You're not respecting your son. You're disrespecting your son. Not
Mm,
just you're disrespecting your in-law, the daughter. You're disrespecting your son too because you're trying to still undermine. Let me give a last example. That's on me. Okay. The moment at our home in a village, when you join university, my mom always tells you these words if you're a boy. Moses, you're going to the university. What is missing in your room? It's only the wife. Please go and read, okay? Then when you're done with the university, mom tells you, you know what, Musi, you have started life, okay? Always try to work hard, do this and this, and please, I'll never come to your place if you have not invited me, okay? If you have not invited me. Also,
mm,
when he comes to my place, he does not sleep over there because he has to go back and find dad. Okay, he already, even though you try to please mom, stay sleep here. No, no, no. He tells you, I have to go back and see your dad. Any mom who is out there and you go and sleep over at your son's place, and even you don't tell them when you leave, or even you don't alert them, my dear, you disrespectful person, and you brought up your son like that. I felt bad when I was like back there. I was like, how can really an in-law go to someone's place because he's your son? I know you're out there, you might be watching us, my dear friend, and you're like in such a condition too. You're such kind of in-law that you always go to your son's place and like, okay, this is my son. I gave birth the son. But there is a limit. There is a limit when you say, now my son can give birth to a kid. There is a limit when you say, now my son can build up his or her own house. The question is, you when you were in your house, was your in-law always sleeping over your place? Use such examples to create a great generation for the grandsons, granddaughters of yours, even your in-laws, daughters and sons. Can I get a jacket from my dear friend Louis? Yeah, it's my first time to give contribution, a second time to give contribution on such.
Yes, can I
Hmm.
have brackets? Does that mean oh, you does it mean moderator? Yeah, is that what
Yeah, she meant yeah to
Lauren?
give her yeah to make her moderator.
It's because we have the night boat on, so I just feel if she wants to connect to people, I'll just do that right now, though. So
No, she'll
maybe
not drop her channel. She'll not drop her channel. She just wants to be in blue. That's what she wants. Because
okay,
even right now she's at work. She's busy at work. She's just listening about this live stream from the background.
okay. Are you still
Host. No, 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 no. I had those two opinions of mine. For the first topic, the opinion was, please, if you join someone in life, try to bear with that person, okay? Because you also come with some things that you feel like your husband should not do. Even the husband you have joined, he feels like you shouldn't do something. Second thing, in-laws who are out there, leave your sons to grow or leave your daughters to grow up, okay? Growing up doesn't mean to keep on monitoring the young one. Yes, she's your baby, he is your baby, but he has a family too. Okay? He's not asking food from your family. He is looking food for his family. The daughter you have found there, he is the one now looking after your son. Apart from on and on when
sorry, Keke.
apart from on when your son is complaining about the daughter, about little things, but still you handle it as a mature person. Do not attack, just try to advise. Yes, do not attack, just try to advise. And even your advice shouldn't be direct. Try to package it a little bit. This person, since she's also grown up, she'll understand. My in-law, my mother-in-law, she is trying to tell me that I'm a dirty person. Okay, I need to clean up always the house. She's trying to tell me, okay, I should always change the type of food I'm preparing for my husband. She's trying to tell me that I should take my kids to for prayers on Sunday. Okay, but don't just try to attack her like, you, why are you always that? That is really direct this person and to be insulting. Your son was able to get that wife. Just try to advise, not direct, but indirect. Then you'll be happy and you'll be a great mother-in-law, and she will always love you forever. Uh, Thank you, host.
Thank you, Musisi. I hope mother-in-laws can also hear that, at least from the point of the man. These men, they are also tired sometimes when they are hearing story about their mom and their wife having issues. That bothers them when they are leaving home as well. So, or when even when they are around, they are thinking, what's going to happen? Who are they going to be? Um, who are they going to support? Is it the wife? If you support the wife, the husband, the mother will say, "It's me. I gave birth to you." All those things. I hope everyone understand what Mosisi is talking about. I know AA was asking Mosisi if he is a mother-in-law, but he's trying to just give advice to mothers as well.
She was creating a joke. She was
I
joking.
know, I know.
Yes, I'm not a mother-in-law, but I see things and I said, that cannot really work out in this real world. Okay, you can tell you may not tell someone to, like, for example, this generation people always put on mini skirts. Okay, they always
Yeah,
put on mini skirts. You not really go to your in-law, your daughter-in-law, and like you're attacking her dialect. Please stop putting on that in my husband's house. Package it this way. If you don't know how to package things, try to buy a dress. Okay, try to buy a dress, and maybe one too. Okay, and tell her, maybe I've given you these gifts. Don't try to tell her what to use them for. All right. If at all she always visits you in miniskirts in the village and you feel like you're insulted, then always tell her, maybe when you're here in the village, when you visit me, always let me put on that. Okay. Yeah, you look smart when you put on that. Don't tell her that she's putting on. Don't attack. Try to advise. So that even now, I was trying also to read something also in the flow of the story down here, that even the kids do see that your mom-in-law, you're insulting their own mom. Now, how they love you as a grandmother when you're insulting their own mom, because for them they don't know you first, they know their mom first, then they move to the grandmama. Yes, how they love you, they'll never love you, they'll grow up when they hate you, my dear. They even, you may end up calling, you may even, that time when you need them more, they may fail to show up to you because you're a bad mom. I am a mother-in-law, Pastor Sholo. I love my son's wife deeply, but girls of... Oh, I was still reading for that.
Oh, I wanted you to finish. So I don't know if anyone wants to contribute. Then I'll go to the next one.
It's okay, host.
Okay. Ngozi Creativity, you're welcome. Do you want to say something now, or should I put the next clip on? Can you hear me?
Me, I can hear you.
Ngozi
Maybe Ngozi.
Creativity. Maybe she's Oh, add to stage. I've added her to the stage earlier. Good evening.
Am I echoing? Hello?
I can hear you now.
Okay. Am I echoing?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me loud and clear,
We can
please?
hear you.
We can hear you.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
What Musisi said, I agree with most of the things he said. But one thing I would like to say is that we as mothers, like me, I have sons, and I know other mothers can relate. There's this motherly protection that we normally have towards our sons, just like how fathers have these fatherly protections towards their daughters. These things are natural, but that can never be an excuse for you to begin to control your sons' matrimonial homes when they become men, when they become married. There must be a balance. There must be a time where we as mothers must let go. Okay, because these men, they call them men for a reason. Let the men be men. You can't continue to mother into their own marriage again. Now, as a mother, there comes a time where you need to step back and say, you know what, I have done my role. There is a woman in your life now. She should be number one in your life. Just like how the Bible says, for those who are Christians, the Bible says the man will leave his parents and cleave to his wife. That living is for a reason. That means you, thank you, daddy, thank you, mommy, you've done your own part. You've done your job. I appreciate it. But now I have to move on because I'm now a full grown-up man and start my own family. So the mother should know that there is a boundary that she has to create now. That's the boundaries that she doesn't have to cross. You know, a mother can step in if the son calls for that attention and say, "Oh, mommy, I need your help here. I need your help there." Then she can now begin to probably interfere. And if she does that, she has to do that bearing the daughter-in-law in mind. That, oh, there is a woman here, so I still need to respect that. Now it's easier said than done because at the moment I'm not a mother-in-law. Okay, so it's very easy for us to say this and lash at the mothers. But these are the things I would love to do if I find myself in that condition. You understand? Because it's so bad now, what we do here about mother-in-laws, that even some daughters, some women are even praying that their mother-in-law should be dead before they get married. Is that bad now? Yes, I'm sorry. They pray that they should, off. They should cry before they get married. So is that bad? So we are raising other people's husbands, their future husbands. We are raising them. So when they become men, let them be men. They are old enough to handle their homes. So that's the little I would love to contribute to that. Yeah.
Thank you. Musisi, do you want to say something? I'm going to put the other one up now. Musisi, you can talk. Amy, please come back. Shisam, please come back. If anyone wants to come on stage, please, you're free to join. I dropped the link already. I don't know what am I saying. So, like I said, I went to. Oh, I think this is going too fast. I think we should stop on this one. I got this from Pastor Shola's page, and it was yesterday, and of course, it relates with what the email I've already gotten. So thought, okay, I'm going to add this. There's another one that I also saw in another page about mother-in-law. It doesn't mean that daughters-in-law don't have their own, no, because we're still going to come to that in another live stream. Daughter-in-laws to have their issue. There are some of them that they're already prepared before they even meet their life partner, and so whenever they meet the woman, they're already giving her the art face, like, I'm not going to take certain things from you, and is, it's not nice for any mother to want to hear that. Even me, I have a son, and I can imagine sometimes, like, if this boy gets married now, they tell me don't come. Do you understand? The other email that the lady said that our mother-in-law doesn't even tell them before coming. She will just come in and she won't even tell them how long she's gonna stay. I think, of course, I think the husband is also is an enabler. I don't know what some men are afraid of their mom, so it could be the reason. On this one that I saw on Pastor Shola, the woman, there's yeah, it's a mother-in-law that is now responding to where someone was talking about how our mother-in-law was also pressurizing her. So you can imagine a mother-in-law saying the reason why she is actually also on our daughter-in-law's would I say disturbing her. So that's the testimony that I said, oh, our mother-in-law or confession. She said, I am a mother-in-law, Pastor Shola. I love my son's wife deeply, but girls of these days, you can't take it easy with them. They demand for what their husband cannot provide. The young boys are that they are crying in silence. So my pastor, we mothers know what we know when our children are under pressure. I might need to go to his page to read it so that you can see the opening while we're talking. So I hope you can see why some mother-in-law are actually would I say on their daughter-in-law's case. Do you want to say something to that? I think I did copy another one, which I've not allowed to finish playing though.
Got it.
Yep.
Got it. Now, this brings me back to what I was saying earlier. And
Mm.
the moment you tell me, you know what, Timothy, I say, yes, ma'am, Golix. Today you're going to clean essentials. Okay. This is bringing up, excuse me, this is bringing up Mosisi, okay, for the real life. Okay. These gold liquid lovers or liquid gold lovers. Okay, someone who has been shaped from the word start or the day one. Okay, then you tell her 5 years or 4 years, I'll be shaping my son. I'll tell him all this and this. You need to come up after 25 years or 22 years or 30 years, like to tell your son that that lady there, she is a gold digger. That lady there, she is God liquid lava, okay, wig and so on. That lady there, she is she's someone who needs expensive things that you can't tell. This son you have brought up, he will tell where he can't stop. My dear colleagues, let me give you an example. You can't approach me right now and you tell me, Moses, yes, I want to go for a trip to UK for 4 weeks. Then we come back to Uganda. I'll tell you, I cannot manage that. If that is the day of us to separate, my dear, goodbye. Because I know what to manage, and I know what I cannot manage. But if a son just needs to seek knowledge or advice from the mom or from someone else to make a decision in this life, implying it's back to you, mom, who did not really bring out this person to tell him, that does not really work out. Please, you want to buy, I've given you, for example, given you £4, and then you decided to buy all the £4 to buy sweets. Someone in life has to be able to save. At least you would have saved the £1 and then use £3. This person knows how to save because you, mom, you're playing your role. But when in this story, when the mom says that, I know how my boy gets distressed in the moment he's silent and he's under pressure because of a girlfriend. This girlfriend, apart from you, the boy, or you, the gentleman, mom is the boy, you have impregnated someone who's daughter, and then you are under pressure because now this daughter is using the pregnancy as an excuse to demand expensive things. But if at all something has not happened between you and her, you have a right to tell this person, oh baby, we cannot make it for more other extra months or years in our life because I cannot bear your demands. It's not about love. It's about someone whom you're going to be with. By the time I introduce a daughter before you colleagues, then you can tell, must see the moment he has decided he has not been and he is a boy from day one. The moment he has started implying that's the person he loves, implying he can manage that person. But the easy things of finding a daughter in a club, a daughter who is wearing an expensive wig, a daughter whom you have seen only 2 days, and you take this daughter to your place. Then the
Mhm.
next day you want to introduce this daughter to your mom. Then those are the issues. But if mom brought me up properly and then I know how to deal with such cases, my dear, the next day you live in my house. Yeah. Yes, because the thing is like this. If at all you made a mistake and then maybe you had those intercourse without maybe using a protector, then give the lady a pill. Maybe that can really work out for you. But if you know that you cannot control yourself, please don't try to take in the gold diggers to your place. Try to study someone. Just know this person is life. If you want to make a bold move to marry, but these things of getting a high school baby because you had a part at home and then the girl she wants something that it turned you off, and then like the next week is saying, I'm taking this babe to my mom's place. That's what
Mhm.
we are finding out now here on the screen. That you, mom, you're under pressure. Let me give you, okay, I'll use myself an example. My mom,
Okay.
however much it was always a joke, but she used to say this to us when we were still young. She used to tell us, anyone who impregnates someone that are here, don't bring any baby here to me because I have brought up my own kids. I brought you up, you people. Okay? No one helped me to bring you up. Even you,
So
when
go
you
and bring
pregnant
yours, okay?
a daughter out there, stay with your baby. Bring up now. You grow up having that ringing in your head. That is
Oh, I think is the I don't know if you can still hear. No, it's frozen on my end. I'm just going to share the screens of the full story of can you still hear me? I hope you can see the full story of the woman. We are coming to the to rescue before we are coming to the rescue before one person gives him attention. Power is off. Oh, sorry about that. Can someone else also mount? Please join me. I'm enjoying this. So this is the full story. As she finally finished, and she said, "So we mothers know when we are under pressure. They are under pressure. We're coming to rescue before the person give them hypertension. Sometimes, their son also tell them things behind the closed door, behind their own wife. He also gives their mother to start reacting to their daughters-in-law. Some don't know what's going on. So depending on how they see their husband and their son, then they will be able to tell or ask question. And if they open up to their mom that, oh, my Gores is giving me stress, I'm just using myself as an example, then they can put one or two things together. Then instead of them to call their daughter-in-law to also try and figure out what is happening and how to make issue, they will start taking they will take the issue in their hand and start dealing with the daughter-in-law. And I would say mother-in-laws, because they know their son, they would I say they brought him up. They can tell some of them that they can easily be pushed over. So they step into their shoe to support them, or to would I say to fight for them. So with this, I don't know if anyone can still hear me. The man responded by said, I won't talk, but you don't mama, you need to leave your son alone and let him grow up. Yeah. I think maybe some of them are telling their parents what they are going through with their wife. I think and also some wife can be really hard. You would think they are the husband in the house. If he is having pressure, let him learn how to depressurize himself. It means you didn't train him well. If you buy, you will be fight. Would you be fighting for him? The end sounds a bit, but it's the hard truth, really. I just sent the video this afternoon about, some things that, it's true, but we wouldn't want to hear it, you know but he's saying the truth. If the woman is no more, the man will still carry on. He needs to learn how to kind of manage his own home as well. Musisi said, his mom said, if they impregnate anyone, that she has done her own bit by bringing them up, so they should also learn to bring their own. If they pregnant someone, they should bring their own children up rather than bringing those children and come and dump them on her. That's what I think the mom was practically telling him. Yes, we can. Okay, you can hear us back on stage. Okay, let me look at the screen and add you on. Thank you. You're welcome. We have 12 people watching. Is that going
It's a loading
we have
data
12
power came
people
back.
watching, and I don't know if I have enough thumbs up. Please give the video a thumbs up if you haven't done so. Thank you. You're welcome,
Okay,
Razak.
host. Yes. Now I was still telling you, when mom told me that indeed when you and all of us, not only me Moses, but all the sons at home, when you do impregnate anyone's daughter out there, it's your full responsibility. She could say this when we were in high school, senior 3, going to senior 4, almost about to leave
You're muted. You're not. We can't hear you again.
let it. Okay. She wants
Okay,
to modify your head. She's trying to bring you up in a way that to try to show you not direct that go and impregnate someone, but to try to say that it will be your full responsibility. Then when you're making your move, make your body move when you have that conscious in your head. Then to the ladies, to my dear sisters, she could tell them, you move here, you keep on jumping with boys around here, but when you really get when you're pregnant by anyone out there, don't come back here with your baby. Just go to your husband, stay with your husband, because I did like that. Not that this mom, she doesn't want to protect us or to drive us in the right way. She's really giving you the real thing you're going to find in the real world. The moment I find out this slave queen here, okay, the one who is pressurizing me, I know what to do, my dear. I know what to tell the friend. I know what to really reply to that. My mom, what she told me, my dad, what he also told me, I can also move the same story to my son, if at all I have one, to my daughter, when I have one, I do the same delivery. If before you were brought up or you grown up with your family and your mom or dad did not do such advice to you, then you also fail to do the same thing to your own family or your own daughter or your own son, because you feel like you are ashamed. You feel like, how can I approach my daughter and tell her that when you do this, this will happen? How can I tell my son when you do this, this will happen? Then the mere you failing to do that at the real time, at 30, you will feel like your son still needs to be protected from slave queen or from the they are called liquid lava, gold liquid or liquid gold lavas. Yes, the wig lavas. Yes, expensive things to be taken out from your own son because you did not advise him when he is growing up. Pause. This topic is interesting. However, some males are modern in their ways compared to older generation. Mother-in-laws, what some males did some years back will not stand in a very modern times. Oh my dear, it works out. It works out. Let me deal with that. It's that topic goes the host, but I can also jump into it. That statement, it works out. How do you bear with your son? Yes, these days sons do have smartphones. These days the daughters do have smartphones. These days the daughter, when they clock at the some age, they are given cars and they can drive. But all in all, if at all I try to remind you this, all in all, it's you, mom, who is providing this, implying you can still control by doing this. For example, if at all you're buying internet at home, internet service to be supplied to the kids at home, you may say, I'm not going to renew this if you're not going to do this. If it's because it's you who bought the car, and since this son of yours, order of yours, she's not having a job somewhere, implying it's you who is putting gas or fuel in that car. You may tell him or her, I will not fuel that car this or the whole of this week if you do not stop this. Yeah, you may not really hold a stick like the way they do it in Africa. May not back at the kid, but you may just use psychological stuff, not torture, but just so just to handle your daughter. Because the moment you say, okay, this generation is not really the way it was before, then you're leaving the baby to be spoiled at a later age. Yeah, that's when you end up being like this mom here on the screen, who is saying that he went to the pastor and is seeking for advice. The pastor to do what at a 35, a 30-year-old son? Nothing. A pastor to do what to a 30 or 25 or 28-year daughter? Nothing. Because you left her, because you left him when it was still early for this baby to be shaped well. Moses, I have seen girls that play, don't near my son. When you try to tell the son or daughter, you're playing with those boys, but this may result because even at age you have which words to tell the daughter and the son. You know which we on because I don't want to talk about that cycle of yours, ladies out there. I don't want to talk about that cycle of yours out there. Some girls want money. Some girls want money. Now this is it. This is it. Okay. Let me try to borrow some of my parents' words to send them to UAA. Okay. Some girls want money. Tell the girl when you're taking him, when you're taking her to the college, the only thing that is missing from you, my dear daughter, is a boy or a husband in your house. I'm taking you to college or to a university, and you can have now. I know that you'll be with the key. You can open that room of yours at any time of you wish. I know you end up going to clubs. I know you can go to parties, but if you feel like you want to really get a boyfriend, don't go in for it without a protector. Yes, well, then the daughter will be like, will be shying away. Mom, what's that? Why are you saying that to me? So that is it. I know that will happen. So that this now the daughter knows that you know what's really going to happen at the university or at the college. Yes, if you got in it, yeah, people are always trying to leave out the reality because it's the reality. When you leave the daughter, when you distance the daughter away from the real life, what you're calling generation, distancing the daughter away from the generation, then that I would like to prove what is really happening. If someone goes to the club and they get drunk, what is really happening? Okay, if someone goes to party with the boys, what is really happening? Tell him, you know what, Namusisi, I'm adding NA to my name to make myself a lady. Namusisi, you're going to, but when you party with the boys and you go and do this, you end up having a baby. Don't bring your baby to me. If you have a baby, take your baby to your husband. Though, even though you have a baby with your husband, I'll look for you and you tell me why you have not completed my stuff. You first complete my stuff. You complete studies. What my stuff is studies. Complete my studies. Have a degree. You're free to bring your husband after when you're done with your degree. If you feel like you cannot really wait for it. But not that you're telling this son or daughter of yours when it is just 2 years. You prepare your son and daughter from day one. At 12 or 9 years, the son is washing. He or she is helping you in the house. Not like to get a maid, like housemaid, to protect, to help your daughter and son. Yes, to clean for the sons, for everything, starting from even the underwears to the outsiders. Do you have a washing machine at home, but the son even doesn't know how to operate it? Yes, how are you? Then you call yourself, I'm a good mom, I'm a good dad. No, you're spoiled mom, you're spoiled dad, because you're spoiling your own daughter and son. The person grows up, even he or she does not how to cook food, even a simple meal like rice, a simple meal like those simple meals. No, you're not a good mom. You're a bad mom, my dear, if you're out there and you're doing it. If you continue at that later age, you're going to suffer. You have been suffering when you're bringing up this kid. You're suffering when the kid is ready to leave your house. The kid even will fail to get a job. It is you now to sit to look for a job for this kid because you did not prepare the kid. Then my daughter has no job. Who are you to look for a job for the daughter and the son when this person is already grown up? Because you did not prepare the kid. Giving the kid the money, as you're saying, girls need money. Yes, you can give the girl money, but you may tell her, you know what, Mosisi, which name should I use here? Let me use Golix. She'll not be mad at me. You know what, Golix? Today you want money for the other party or for the other dress, but I want you to clean up this house, mop it. Okay, simple work. Know that money is not free given. Okay, money is not free given. You give her money,
Let
but
them
after
work for
you
the
have
money.
made, yeah, not fully because she has asked, Mom, please, I need some money to go with my friends on the party. Say, okay, you have a party next week. Oh, that's good, but I want you to clean up and even to wash the other clothes. Mom, help me with your car. I want to have a party with friends. Oh, okay, first wash that car. Why? So that this you try to tell this daughter not dialect, but to tell her things are not free. Okay, things are not free. And then that will help you even to a stage where you tell your daughter that the man who gives you money for free out there, he is not going to just give you money for free every day. He is
Mhm.
targeting something. You may not tell him how that he wants to sleep with you in bed, but you tell the daughter that he is targeting something. Because have you ever seen me giving you money at home for free? At least I give you something to work it for. Implying him who is giving you money without asking something at that later age, but is planning for something later to take you somewhere, either to sleep with you, which I don't think that you like. Do you want to have a baby at this age? Are you prepared to have a baby like that? Like that. The daughter will be prepared. Then the son, the same thing. The son, you give something to work for. It may not really be too hard for him, but at least you're trying to tell the son things are not for free in this world. Okay? At least make your son to clean for you your car tires. Not the entire car, but at least car tires. Even though the car is not clean the way you want it, you have been always taking the washing bay, but at least you always tell the son, your job at home is always to help me wash on the car tires. Okay, don't wash the car tires. Help me always clean inside the car. Yes, yes. Always help me. It is always your work to always to take rubbish in the trash can outside the house. Or it's always your role here in the house to go get things from a store or a supermarket, some whatsoever you call it in UK, US, and wherever you are. Okay. This makes this person a hardworking person. This makes this person to know that in this life to survive through. Let me give you another thing. That is now my dad. Leave my mom. My dad, I was telling him, Dad, please buy me a bicycle. Yeah. And he was like, Musa, I can't give you a bicycle, but I can give you land where to plant crops. That's what he told me. I asked for a bicycle. I was like, Dad, I always wake up early in the morning. I have to go to school. Now that's our generation, and I want to bring it to the generation of what she's talking about. That this generation, the 2000 generation, not 90s, the 2000 generation. 2000 generation. She asks for an iPhone, or she asks for an Android phone. She asks for something. Provide something that will make this kid in his or her mind that I worked for this money. Please, me to buy my first bicycle, I had to work. I had to plant crops. After selling crops, I bought goats at home. After buying goats, then that was senior one. Then goats grow up. Then I had to sell off the goats to buy a bicycle. It may not be the same case for your son. It may not be the same case for your daughter. Try to give her something. You may tell her, please make for me something, okay? Try to do for me something. Or you may give her in terms of maybe classes. Read for me a book, analyze for me that book, tell me the characters in that book, write them down. When I come back, I'm giving you 2 weeks, I'm giving you 3 weeks. So that when you give me the characters in that book, I'll buy for you an iPhone. This is shaping the daughter. This is shaping the son. That things are not free. Your mom, you not be having problems in the early 25, 30s and so on to still keep on try to tell the kid that that's a gold digger. That is so and so. Knows the creativity. She's like, true. Yeah, yeah. You may not treat like they were treated, but you may try to find ways. If not that, you will be the mom forever till when you leave this lovely earth. And then still you leave your son or daughter still struggling in life. Today's topic, it made me even to jump over from my live stream to come to this live stream to talk about it. Yes.
Thank you, Musisi.
As
Musisi
I
really
was eating my raw, no, not raw mangoes, these mangoes, I was like, okay, God, she's on live stream. Then I was like, which topic is she talking about? Okay. And I said, okay, let me read what was on the screen. Then I'm going through. I said, ladies and gentlemen, let us talk about this out there. Let us talk about this out there.
Thank
Eh,
you.
eh.
You and
Always you
AA.
have been always. Yeah, she's listening. You have been always pushing me to be on the panel. Today I came on the panel willingly because of the topic.
Thank you.
By the way,
Thank you, Musisi.
you're welcome. By the way, colleagues, the same way I'm saying these things here, the same way I'm telling these university students here. When I'm training them during industrial training, I always tell them what exactly I've been saying here. I act like their uncle. I act there like their uncle or their dad. If at all their mom failed to tell them something, I always tell them from here. Before I start to train them in class, I always tell them, people, our parents expect this from us. The moment you're done with the university, our parents are thinking that the job is waiting for you just outside the door, which is not the reality, which is not the real thing out there. We are supposed to struggle for it. If your mommy, she's being providing for you everything, the moment you're done with the university, she thinks now you can buy for yourself something. Yet you here in this class trying to play around. You can keep on texting the same person, your boyfriend, hello, did you eat lunch? But this boyfriend, when he goes back to their village or to their 300 miles from this university, this boyfriend 1 week will be able to text you, but after 2 weeks, he will no longer be with money to buy data, to buy airtime, to call you. Now, terms of communication will reduce, and the more it reduces, you forget about him, he will forget about you. Instead of preparing your 3 years and leave the university when you have something to use in the real world out there, you're with a boyfriend who is with you just for 3 years, even sometimes just for only 1 year, because you have seen this boyfriend in your last year, third year. You may not be with him all forever. And I always tell them, I'm not chasing you away from your girlfriend. I'm not chasing you away from your boyfriend. But both of you try to build a skill. Go out of this university when you have a skill, okay? Yes, I know that. You're texting the same person the whole weekend, Saturday, Sunday. You are texting the same person in your room. You're in class here, I'm training you, and so you're still on the same phone, texting again the same person. You're not getting benefiting anything. Now, you get my point. These things I'm saying, it's not me who is supposed to tell this son, but because the parents fail to tell the son when they are home, then I'm doing their alone at campus. Then the one who is listening, a daughter who can pick something, will get something. A son who will pick something, they will change their mind. By the end of the session of 2 months, because I'm always training them for 2 months, I have trained them, they have learned what I've trained them, and the advice I've given them. At least there are 100 students, out of 140, they have something in their head, and their mindset will change from that day. The person who used to text in class while training, you can see that this son or daughter, they are no longer texting. They are always now attentive in class. And even they come to office here and they ask you, Musisi, you trained about this, but I did not understand. Please, may I come back for this? Say, okay, it's fine. Or you may get a classmate who understood that stuff and say, please go to that person who tried to take you through again. Yeah. Hello, host. You have fun with Laxi.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
welcome. Fun with Laxmi. Please don't forget to give the
Don't
VK
forget to
thumbs
give the
up.
video.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming.
I think what
I think
I
what
mean, not I think
I
what
mean, no, I
Mrs.
think
is saying
what
in essence
Mrs.
is,
is saying in essence is,
charity begins at home.
charity begins at home.
I think if you mute
I think
yourself,
if you mute yourself,
Mrs. maybe you won't echo
maybe
because I can hear
because
myself
I
from
can
your
hear
phone.
myself from your phone.
Can you hear
Oh,
me?
sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, can you? I hope you can hear me well. It's not echoing anymore now. Yeah, he's just trying to say charity begins at home. Some parent did not train their children, so of course, some of the things he's talking about that he has to coach some people in his the 2 months training that he said he's doing that is just for 2 months, and even why they're even coaching some, they're using their phone and texting. So it shows that some children were not well brought up or they did not take correction because some parents actually did try to put that training, impart that training in them, but some children just drop it in the bin the moment they are stepping out of the house. So it's not totally the mother's fault. And going back to the mother that was confessing how she has to help her son because our daughter-in-laws is demanding too much. Like people said, allow the man to grow up to be a man by himself rather than helping him to deal with his wife. I know AA she has a grown-up son, I think marriageable age. So she's also trying to tell you that she's also trying to tell you, Mrs. C, that she also tried to train her own on her own end. I think would I say the Gen Z wife, the newly people, like the other email director, the lady said razor mouth wives. They don't care. They can deal with any woman. Let me read what this person. I don't know. Have I gone too far? Musisi, if you want to say something, you can. I'll bring the page up again so I could
So I could I was trying to read some of the comments out here, the viewers that are trying to lay out. And funny with Lux, she was like, please look, parents, train your boys, or because I'm working so hard. I'm working so hard to raise my daughter's law. Yeah,
yeah.
yes, my dear. Yes, my dear. And bringing up your daughter doesn't mean to style them up, to give them fashion, like with fancy clothes, fancy things. No, like the way you work in the house, trying to bring your own daughter close to you. Today, you know what, Golix here. Today we are going to cook food. Come and cook with me, okay? So that this Golix, she can really learn what mom she's cooking, so that she has no challenges to meet the husband and she doesn't know how to cook. They are ordering for other KFC, burgers, and so on. Okay, at least she can do that. This she cannot even operate a machine. Okay, in Africa we just use hands to wash. Okay, but she cannot operate a machine. Yes, that's how bringing up a kid, but not so like I'm bringing up my own daughter by telling her, you know what, today data is on, use your phone, go use your laptop, and so on. Tell her time to do this is this. Today we are going to do this. Now, with the case of AA saying some parents teach their children, but some refuse corrections. No, AA. With that, some parents teach, yes, right. But how do you teach the kid? Not by slapping or by backing up to the kid. Okay? Learn what the kid wants. Tell him I have no problem with that. But that the effects of that, it is this, and this. Mosisi, you like girls. But the more you like girls, when you make this, you're going to end up having this. And when you end up having that, don't bring that kid to me. Take that kid and look after that kid. Reason being is me, I looked after you. Okay? But don't just say, Musi, please, I don't want girls here at my home. I want to see you with girls. Now Musi start looking for girls when you're not seeing him. Okay? Tell him, Musisi, I don't deny you to be with your girlfriend. But when you're with your girlfriend and you move to this point and then you do this, my dear Mosisi, you're going to end up having a baby. And you having a baby means full responsibility of a dad. And that means you have to look for food, you have to look for shelter, you have to look for care of that baby. Don't bring the baby to my shelter. This is my shelter and my husband. If the husband will say, this is my shelter and my wife. My dad said that. He was like, all the property I have here at home, it is mine and my wife. When we grow up and we are aging and we can no longer work out, we shall keep on selling one by one so that it can sustain us to go through the life. This makes most to think that here at home I have no any property. Okay, you may end up saying this. Let me say also this. You may only be a single mom or you may be a single dad looking after your daughter. You may tell you, okay, when I grow up, I'll take these things to orphanage. Not because you take the things to orphanage, but you're telling this, she should not really stand that to not to be a person who is working or like to stay home, not to work. All right, you're trying to tell them, please go work. Don't grow up going to class and coming back home thinking that the car behind or the car in the garage or the car parked in the compound, it's yours. The car is not yours. Go look for your own
Work
car.
for your money.
Right. But in actual sense, it is Musi's car. You're not going to sell it off. But you're trying to
Yeah.
change this the thinking of the daughter or that the thinking of the son. All right. And these were my last words from, okay, he's still there, not my last words, but these were my last words in terms of academics. When I was graduating, my dad he called me. He said, Musa, I'm coming to town. That's like coming from village and you're coming to either Lagos or you're coming to any capital city. He was like, I'm coming to town. I'm coming to town. I know your graduation is in 2 days from now. I'm coming to town to buy you a suit, to buy you new shoes, to buy you even other things you want. He did that. After he bought those things on that day, he asked me, do you want any other things? And, Then he was like, do you know that this is the last thing I'm going to buy you in life? Do you have any other thing you like to request from me? You know, it's not like he's running away from me. He's preparing me. Then, this goes to you, my dear friend, plus other parents who are out there. I was like, Dad, one last request. He was like, what is that? I requested him, Dad, pay for me rent for 4 months. Only rent, only for 4 months.
Your dad.
Then he asked me, what about food? Now that's that's parental love. He was like, what about food? I was like, don't care about food. The only challenge that's going to challenge me here in this city, in town, it's rent. But food, I can really be able to afford to get food. But rent will be a challenging thing. And I was like promising him that there is a job. At the university here, they had promised me that they are going to give me a job. They had told me that the moment I graduate, I just take my academic documents to office. And I was like, there is a job, but they're not going to pay me immediately. They'll pay me after a month or 2 months, implying there in between, I'll need rent, and I don't have rent. That's the last thing he was telling me. Then if you're telling your son out there, implying Moses, you're supposed to be a hardworking person to survive through when you're in the city. Moses, you're supposed to be a hardworking person to survive through, even though you're commuting from home, right? You try to ask the son, you try to ask the daughter, not chase away the daughter. Like, what's the next move? Can you now do this? Can you now do this? When I give you some little capital, can you now do this business? When I try to take you to the supermarket, can you work in a store? Can you work in this company? Not like you're done with your education, you have a certificate, then you sit back home. Try to tell him from day one, now you have to work. You have to do this. So that this person does not sit home for a full year eating your money. This person is using the full year, wasting your car fuel. This person is home, still parting from home. Let him part from home, but when he or she has a job, okay? It may not be easy to get for him or her a house out there, but he or she is waking up from your home to go to work. Not you, mom, to wake up and you leave the son behind the house sleeping. And over the weekend, please, mom, please, mom, Golex, please, may you give me 20 euros, $20. $10, I'm going somewhere to part. Let me give a chance for this person who has just joined us.
Thank you, Fun with Lexi. You're welcome. Can you
Thank
hear
you,
us?
Gores. Thank you, Musisi. This is Oyoyo, okay? You guys have
Oh,
been
yo, yo,
doing,
yeah, you're welcome.
yeah, you guys have been doing an amazing job to the topic, and the conversation is really very right.
Thank
Um,
you.
on what Musisi just said now, I think that has to be a very difficult thing for our African brothers and sisters, especially when they're busy, stealing public funds for their generations unborn.
Hmm.
So if they are storing those monies in foreign lands, you understand, for their unborn generation, how do you think their children will have the mind of hard work to make things for themselves? Having said that, the thing is, I'm beginning to see what is going on. What kind of children are we breeding? Because if you notice, a lot of entitlement mentality being on with husbands, wives, especially the new set. I don't know if I should call them the Gen Zs or whatever. They're having difficulties understanding their roles. The woman wants to be the man because I'm providing more. The man wants to challenge. So they are not striking the balance at this
Mm.
point. I was talking to myself, it's high time parents, woke up from slumber and start, okay, if you want to see a good son-in-law in the future, or a good, daughter-in-law, start from the one in your home and raise them right. Because if you raise them right and every other person raising their own children right, then we'll be able to understand that it is wrong, first of all, to hit your wife. And for the fact that your mother took it, you also be telling your son, if your husband is the one beating and then you're accepting it, you're enforcing that behavior that is a good behavior. Because after each beating, you come back, don't worry about this, don't mind your daddy. He was overreacting. You're not telling the son or your daughter that what their father is doing is wrong, and they will grow with that mentality that is no big deal to hit your wife. She will tolerate it. And if you happen to marry somebody whose parents already did a lot of work, said, if the man raises his hand on you, please back home. I cannot take that. It becomes a problem. So the thing is that what our parents did in the past, accepted that we are okay, is no longer working in our generation. And we
Yes.
should be able to understand that. For the fact that your great grandfather married 10 wives and was hitting them at will, and they had tolerated it, your mother tolerated it, that does not mean you should tolerate it. We should be able to speak those positive things, positive reinforcement to our children. This is wrong. For the fact that this person's mother is accepting it, is wrong. And likewise, the women. I know some people say, I don't like to cook, and you have a kitchen, you have a husband, you don't like to cook, but marriage has made you to cook, right? If your husband is also the type that doesn't know how to cook, it becomes a challenge in the house. So before you guys say I do, table it out before each other. Oh, sweetheart, I have challenges cooking. That's you talking as a woman, and see if that man will still go ahead with that marriage. And not when you pretend to be all of it. And when you get into the real thing, it becomes a problem. If people can be upfront from the beginning, before you say I do, have those strong conversations. Tell your husband, the fiance, I'm not good at in the kitchen. I know I feel sorry about that, but my mother did not teach me how to cook, but I can learn. Thank God the likes of Sisi Yemi are on YouTube. So maybe I'll start learning how to cook your home food. I can only make spaghetti. I can only make white rice. Then the things, and you have to make sure I can learn doesn't just stop I can learn. The practicability of I can learn is what will sustain that relationship. Is she taking it serious? Is she actually going to practice those things and then coming to tell you, you know what, I made this dish, I need you to taste it, can you come and try, or I will bring it to your office? These are the ways you see somebody that is interested in improving in his or her weaknesses. And for the lady, tell the guy, I hope say you know be the type where they beat woman, because the moment you do palm on my body, I go call police for you. Love no reach that one. Let's be very, very proactive in these things we see happening in our society. In my home, I have daughters. My husband had told the daughters, the moment a man will lift your hand on you, I will take a AK-47. For you to understand the extreme where he disliked men that hit their wives. That is not right. If I don't hit you as your father, no man should. No, don't accept it. It's wrong. So we should be able to inculcate in our children what is right, what is acceptable, and what is wrong. Starting on time will help. When you talk about, I saw what Gores posted about a daughter-in-law and mother-in-law. I laugh. Some people will even say that they are praying for their mother-in-laws to be dead before they marry. You understand? There are so many things that people had wished. Then you now start asking such a lady. So you want during your own time, you don't want to be alive or see old age because somebody else will pray such a prayer for you. So the thing about Gen Z is you have to understand and work with them. Why am I saying understand and work with them? Let me give an example. When the likes of social media, YouTube, and all of that, the mainstream media were still a thing. CNN was, if you don't have satellite TV, you cannot watch. BBC, NBC, all of them, they were still doing their thing until they realized that the Gen Zs are no longer buying cable subscription. Rather, they will buy internet subscription and be listening to news online. Everybody went back to follow what Gen Zs are demanding. Remember, these people are capitalism. It's the money they are chasing. So where is the money going? Where are we losing money? They now went back. If you go to YouTube now, you have every media network is on YouTube, is on Facebook, is on Instagram, because there is a target dragging it. So we should be able to know what can be acceptable, what cannot, and start working on it. I hate crying after spilled milk. I don't like that. I want to do my homework right and then tell myself I've done a good job and God, I've been able to do what you asked me to do. The rest is up to you. So I'm going to leave it here. You guys continue this conversation. I'm enjoying it. And I'm
Thank
going to
you.
step down. I'll be listening from the background.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for contributing and thank you for jumping in. Thank you, Musisi. I'll let the or what is it called I have on the screen, let it finish playing. So because we have
We have
someone else that's
someone else
given.
that's given.
I'm hearing myself again. Imagine this. This person is now also saying, my mother-in-law asked me to go and ask my mother if my daddy didn't cheat on her. I cried all night and my husband left me at home to be with his side chick. The next day, she visited us and asked me to kneel and beg my husband for yelling at him. This is mother-in-law's response. So all these things we're seeing about, mother-in-laws, some of them, like the other lady that sent an email saying what the mother-in-law of nowadays are seeing, that some of them deserve it. Everyone gets different taste of mother-in-law. Some their mother-in-law is like their best friend. They just together. In fact, their own son is afraid when the two women are together because they are thinking, what are these people planning against me? But majority, or would I say 50, let's just say 50-50 this right now. Some of them, they can't, they're not working together. Things are not working. The mother-in-law is trying to fight for her son, while the daughter-in-law wants the mother-in-law to stay with her husband. Go and stay in your home. This is my home. Let me do it the same way, the way I love to do it, or leave us alone. Let us also grow. Um, I wanted us to talk about who should we say, father or son or husband, but the live stream has actually been going on for a while now. It's almost 2 hours. And we started early. I think I only took about 10 minutes before I started we started the case studies. So I don't know. Is Moses, you're still on backstage. Sorry. Is there anything you want to chip in on this You're muted.
This this issue of cheating on people. My mother-in-law asked me to go and ask my mother if my dad didn't cheat on her. Now, I was about even to use my local language. This tendency of share. Sorry, I was going to use my local language to use a saying they always use here. This tendency of trying to say what is in your house, sharing it with someone out there, not that you're supposed to share everything out there about your family, not that everything the Golix that happens in your house there with your hubby is shared out to us, okay? There are certain things that the hubby always do, and then you just say, you know what, Golix, of all the years I've been with my hubby, let me just give him 2 to 3 days. He will really try to set up his mind and then he will come back to normal. Indeed, he will tell that this. But this tendency of like saying, trying to share with your mother in law that my son did this, sorry, your son did this, then your mother in law tries to then end up even telling you to go to your mother and even ask such, because your mouth is just slippery like this. Let me just say that. Sorry to the people out there whom I may offend, but there are certain things you not really try to share with certain people like this. Try to talk to the husband. He refuses to try to talk to another person who is not whom you feel like you too close to. Okay, because if I told your mother-in-law was was friendly to this person, but they were friends to each other, the mother-in-law wouldn't have replied that you should go to your mother and ask. If I told your mother has never cheated on your dad, the mother would blow. That's why I was saying packaging. The mother-in-law would try to approach the son who she brought up properly, that you know what, you're doing this to my daughter, because she will call her daughter, you're doing this to my daughter, or please, these days the things you're trying to act in this house, they're not really doing good. Because if at all the son was brought up by the mother-in-law or the mom properly, the son will really listen. The son will really listen that whatever I'm going to be doing with this side chick, it will end up having this and this for the entire family. Because the side chick, the moment you leave, the side chick also goes to the real husband out there. Then you meet always each other in that place wherever you meet, and she brings for you whatever she brings for you, which is a disease to the entire family. But the mother will try to talk to the son, but because the mother did not bring up the son properly, and that's why the son is also mistreating this lady like that, and also the mother is arrogantly acting like that. My advice to the people who are like this, try to keep certain things to yourself or share them to the people who are friends. This mother-in-law is not your friend, the way she's acting. That's what I'm saying, my Golix, my contribution. Share with a friend whom you can really try to take a leaf, not to everyone, because those are family issues.
Thank you, Musisi. I'll just read. Let's just read one or two comments, and we can start. We could just wrap it up. This, like the lady that was lamenting of what was mother-in-law said. It goes back to the other lady that sent an email saying our mother-in-law is always on her neck and even insulting her own parent. It's the same way this mother-in-law is supporting her own son. I think she was complaining that her husband is cheating, but instead of them to scold their own child, the son, they will start telling the wife to learn to accommodate someone else. But that wasn't, if especially when that wasn't the bargain from the beginning. If our parent has done it, doesn't mean that it needs to be. They need to repeat the same thing their parent has done. They need to get better. Getting better is not for them to have extra wives, but let me just read this comment. This one said the good girls always suffer in marriages. In marriage, madam, my mom said every woman should have small craze in her home. That got me laughing, because some people believe that if you have some people that have small craze, and you should know what that means, give them those basketballs, that it does send some mother-in-laws to calm down. They will just pack their things and just answer their your case, they won't interfere. Why some mother-in-laws also have the same thing? They don't mind. They'll start responding back. They'll start exchanging words, which is not nice. And they said, it says that's the way to survive, unless to survive useless mother-in-law. It's so funny. Are the story real or fiction? Because it's unbelievable. It's believable to me because I know people do complain. Deep inside me, I also know that mother-in-law women also are the problem of broken son. If a woman has had an unfaithful husband, is not strong enough and inside for her to turn around and raise a son right. Some mothers as well, they are, let me stop the screen here. Let me stop sharing. um I don't know. I think Moses is off the stage. Yeah, so I don't. Yeah, so some mother-in-laws, they've actually faced some issues as well. So they are using that to deal with maybe their son or their son-in-law. I mean their daughter-in-law. They are using the experience, maybe the way they were beaten, the way their parents, their mother-in-law dealt with them. They felt they had to repeat the same thing as well. I'm backstage. 30. I don't know. I can't see you. Sister Oju, when you say you're backstage, I haven't seen you. I hope you can hear me. I'm sorry about that, but I didn't see the just I can only see myself and the thing I was sharing. Mosisi is no longer on the stage either, so she was at the backstage of stream, yeah. She was. I didn't see, so I'm so sorry about that. If you still want to join, come up. If you're still here, I don't know if you're still here. She said I was. I didn't say. I'm so sorry. I think it's been two people now. Earlier I didn't see Uju. I said Uju. Amy as well, and Sisi. Thank you.
Yeah,
You're
coach, I was
welcome. Sorry
asking.
about that.
Yeah, that's okay. I don't have much to say, but my own 2 cents. Greetings, everybody. Is
Greeting.
mother-in-laws should treat their daughter-in-laws the way they're supposed to treat their daughters, the way they treat their daughters. If that mother-in-law that gave that advice, that told that girl, that is just plain evil. Can you hear me?
I'm struggling. Maybe I need to increase my
See?
volume.
I don't know whether it's my audio. I don't know what is happening with my audio. Can you hear me now? Can you
I
hear
can
me?
hear you. It wasn't just loud enough. I can hear you, not that I can't.
Okay. But is it loud enough now? I'm just having this
I will
problem.
increase my volume here.
I think it's from my area,
I
from
can
my.
hear you. So.
Okay. So that mother-in-law that gave that advice to her daughter-in-law is just plain evil. It's not right. How can? How can? Will she give the same advice to her own daughter?
Mm.
That's just the thing. Because they say mother-in-law, daughter-in-law, you think that they are your daughters now. Will you give your own daughter, when she comes crying to you, that her
Mm.
husband is cheating on her, will you advise your own daughter to go and kneel down and beg him for doing wrong to you, for
It
cheating on
happens.
you?
Oh, me, I know this one. Not, I know at least a few people that I know that it happens to. The mother-in-laws would tell them to show
Horrible.
no,
It is
me show no,
horrible.
and they will tell them, isn't it? That's how it happens in the distance. That you should even be privileged. You stayed for a few years before you brought someone in. Some
I,
of them are not. They don't have good things. I'm sorry. You don't hear good
it's
things
true.
from them when they will
You're saying
support
the
their son.
truth. You're saying the truth. Is their generation where they believe that a man can do whatever they want? This generation is different. This generation is different, and she's not
Mhm.
considering that this same woman can do something to her own son. Okay, what
Meanwhile,
will
their own
happen?
daughter is going through the same thing. They change the mouth.
Exactly, they'll change mouth because that's the thing. So that's my own. I don't want to say much, but that's the question. If that girl is your own daughter, will you give her the same advice?
Mm.
That's just the thing. So mother-in-laws should learn to treat their daughter-in-laws as their own daughter. Things will change. And daughter-in-laws should learn, daughters-in-law should learn to treat their mothers-in-law as their own mother. All those things will change. So that's the thing. So if your mother-in-law is telling you and agreeing to her son, that's just shameful. It's just, I don't know where, I can't even imagine that. But the girl should just, my advice for her is, don't relent to, don't stay in that kind of relationship, because this man can do something. Her mother is giving him the go ahead to cheat. Cheating is very reckless. This man can give you STDs, and it will
Yeah.
be on you. So just do what you can do. Okay, let's say for instance, if the girl was the one that cheated, would she be talking like that?
Instant, she's out already now.
Exactly.
The
Her loads
moment the
will be
mother-in-law is
outside.
aware.
Her loads will be
Ah.
outside. Instead of cautioning her son to stop that,
Mm.
even in front of God and man is wrong. You are encouraging your son to do bad. I beg, yeah, this one weak me, but what
God
can
help
you do? What
God
can
help
you
our
do?
mother-in-laws.
God, what can you do? Yeah, they'll all reap. The Bible says you reap whatever you sow, you reap. She will reap. It will happen to her daughters.
At
Their
least I know
husbands will
someone that
have.
the woman is the one that is helping the man, trying to boost the man to be good. The mother, she has two sons and a daughter. The mother-in-law is still advising him to get a second wife.
Why?
And I'm wondering, your son is struggling. The wife is the one helping. He's saying maybe if he has second wife, his destiny will come. Oh no, God, though. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's the olden day mentality thing. So they feel
Yeah.
if the wife is doing better, the wife destiny is suppressing their son. So if he gets second wife, second problem. I don't know. Some people are not lucky when it comes to mother-in-laws. The way some mother-in-law reason, I'll just look like, eh?
Yeah, some are not lucky. That's just what kind of advice is that? What kind
Yeah,
of
why would you
destiny?
be advising your son to?
What kind
He
of
hasn't even
destiny?
finished with his home. You ask him
Yeah.
to add extra woman
Wahala to
you
it.
can control the one he will marry next. Is it
Yeah.
not money that also involve money in the control? I
And
don't understand.
it will be
This
more wahala for him,
yeah,
because
this control mentality as
he
well
won't be
is
able to
another thing that
take care of
mother-in-laws
two
are.
wives. My
Mhm.
dear. All right,
Is
my
well.
dear. That's just my contribution.
Thank you for
Thank you.
coming.
You know what? No
Thank
problem. It's
thank
just
you.
busy. I have a live streaming today, actually. I'm trying to catch up
What
because
time?
I need to warn. I need to talk about that lady. I can't understand it. I've been thinking and thinking. What will make a woman, after being beaten like that, to go back to the person
In
that did
fact,
that
I
to
think
her?
I discussed it on my distance yesterday. They will
Ha!
just go back because this. I think to me, I think is they are not financially stable.
I don't know what it is, but I'm going to discuss it today. That's why I'm just hurrying by
What
11,
time is your live?
1 p.m. 1 p.m. today.
What
1
that's what
p.m.,
I
which is it should be your 8 p.m. You guys is 8 p.m. What
okay. I will,
1 p.m. my time, US Pacific
at
time.
that
Or,
time I will be driving. When I park, I will try and come in.
no,
Cause
no
yeah.
wahala. Whenever.
Mm. Thank
Yeah.
you for joining. Thank
Because
you.
women should learn. Women, this is just too much. Because women, they take their husbands as gods. Do you
Yes,
understand?
they
God is
carry
God.
them for head
Your
though.
husband, your husband is your husband. What is this? What will you buy because of a man? I'm just upset about it, but I will see. You will see.
I
Because
I
I feel fear for her going back there. Well, I'm going to talk more about it. I
I
have a
pray she
lot to say.
survive
That's my
the next
prayer.
one when they give her. I
And
pray
she
she
has 5 kids. Ha! Oh my
yeah.
God. Well, it reminds me of
And
this
you know
person.
what? They will keep giving birth. They will keep getting pregnant. They will have another. They will be complaining. I'm staying because of my children. I'm
Yeah,
saying, and they will have another one. When would the children grow?
I
When
don't
would
know.
you be able to move out and stay? I'm kind of, I don't know. All those my children. I'm taking it because of my children. But we see some who actually even decide to take a walk and they come back for their children. or you go out with your children if you can. But I know in Nigeria, majority of the men don't allow their wife to take their children.
Yeah.
I just pray that they will change some of this thing that they do then. But women just
I hope so. I hope so.
Mhm.
Because this thing is just big. I can't understand it. I really cannot. But my dear, thank you. Let me
Thank
just I
you.
want
Thank
us
you
to
for
come and
coming.
reminisce because I so most women should be liberated. I don't understand this.
Yeah,
Some women should be liberated. It's time. We'll continue talking. Thank you so much, my sis.
you're
Yeah.
welcome. Thanks for coming
God
in.
bless you. You're welcome.
Amen. You too. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining. In the first story, where the lady was, at the second one, where the lady was talking about our mother-in-law, saying our mother-in-law as favorite. So imagine now the mother-in-law is actually even choosing. So the fact that the second child is doing well more than the first child, she's also reacting, is also giving her reaction. So no matter what they would do, she doesn't like the wife, and she's taking the this thing out on the children, our grandchildren, because her favorite child is not doing well. She wishes that she can swap the maybe would I say their destiny or the situation as at that time. There are some mothers that, if the first child or their favorite child is not doing well, they don't mind if the one that is doing well could switch. Things can change around, because they don't want the second one or the one doing well to be doing well. Is their own favorite child. So for mothers, we have son, we should also remember that, they will grow up when they will become mother-in-law. And whatever we do, are we going to also love that to happen to our daughters? Would we can if they do would we are we going to like it if such is being done to our daughters? Which is not, because some mother-in-laws do have favorites. So, and they played that out for that mother-in-law to send a voice note thinking she was sending it to her favorite child, but mistakenly send it to her second child, and that one got to know that this is the mind his mom has for him. That alone, for the guy to cut his mom off, I can relate that you will be angry. That so all this love this woman is showing to me isn't really genuine. You wanted my brother or my sister to do well more than I do. Meanwhile, if you're doing your own part, you will think, oh, what does this woman want? So women, it is well. God help us. Thank you, everyone that have joined. I'll bring the topic on another day, which is parent choosing favorites, and the impact it has on the children or their spouses. We're going to bring that on another time. Will not be next week. I'll get another topic for next week, but this topic will come on another time. It could be in December by God's grace. How mothers choose their favorite, the impact of this, and the rivalry that they do have in between them as well. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Amy Delicious, for joining. She was here on the stage earlier. Thank you, Chison. Thank you, AA, for joining. And Musisi, thank you. You really, really nailed it today. You were the man that we need to come and also give us a voice here. Thank you very much. Thank you, Lexi with Fun with Lexi, which is Oyoyo World. That's her channel name. And please, you can, how do they say it? You can connect with anyone here, because majority of people here are also content creator, except AA and maybe a few other people. I know someone joined earlier. I wasn't able to acknowledge her, and I'm really sorry about that. Usually when someone is talking, I really don't like to cut them off, but that's Lady Posh. Thank you for coming. I do appreciate your presence. Please come back again. We will have another one next week. Please try and connect with each other. If I haven't mentioned your name is an oversight, I know variety, creativity. God, Ngozi Creativity was here, Laurie was here, AA was here. Thank you. Yeah, Ngozi Creativity, I think I've mentioned her name. Razak Ramon was here. He's not a content creator, it's just a son. So thank you for supporting and joining. Who else have I not mentioned? Oyin was here. Thank you. Oyin was here. Thank you for joining. I saw yeah, Big Joy special. Thank you for joining. God bless you. I do appreciate you all. Other topic that the other one that added because of the time, I would like us to move it to another day. We might discuss that next week if time allow us. I might do a recording on that. But I saw that I brought that up from Ngozi, from Daniel, Regina Daniel. So I feel it's something we can discuss how we do. If you have a choice of choosing from both either your parents or your husband, if there's a situation, what would you pick? But we'll not be talking about that today because time has really, really gone. I appreciate you all. And if you're watching this as a playback, please let me know your opinion in everything that we have discussed. The two case study that I've posted, the one I got on my email, the one that we also share from Dr. Sola's page, that people that are also giving their own issue, and the mother-in-law that is giving the reason for some mother-in-law's actions in their son's house. Are you buying that reason? Do you think it's appropriate? Is it something you think you can do yourself? What do you think that you should do? You can do better. How should you think they should do better? And any advice for the daughter-in-laws as well? And yeah, that's it. Thank you. Okay, let me just read this. Okay, Musisi will not break my phone. Thank you, Musisi. I appreciate you. Thank you. God bless you, everyone. Please give the video a thumbs up if you haven't done so. I appreciate you all. And I will see you in my next one. Thank you. Bye-bye. Let me see if I can see my end of. I think I have it. Oh, it's not this one. I'm not done yet. I have less than a minute. Okay. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.